What's up guys, Justin with JV Products, and today we're doing an install guide on our Skidoo skid bolt braces. We got them right here. This is a little bit different video from the other install guides we've done. I'm filming this one on my GoPro compared to having my filmer do them for me. So it might not be as great, but I'm still gonna show you how to put these things in. So we got these on the website. I'll throw the part number on the screen and let's get to it. Alright guys, before we begin with this video, the first part of it is going to be the install guide where we're throwing these on the sled. The second part, I'll do a brief overview at the end of why you guys need these things. So skip to the end of the video if you want to watch that segment of it first. I left my parts inside and I'm too lazy to go grab them right now, and I want to get these things on my sled. So we're going to throw these braces on first and do the install guide part of it, and then we're going to do the overview at the end. To be fair, I have already ground out all my rivets and these have been replaced with Skidoo rivets, so it will be slightly, very slightly different than a regular brand new Skidoo. But the general consensus of it is that these braces right here, this one goes on this side, gets thrown in right in there, and then it gets riveted up top. It's definitely not bad when you go to install yours. If you want to use Skidoo rivets, the 16.5 or 14.5 millimeter rivets, you definitely can. We're gonna go through, I'm gonna take out all these rivets is the first step, grind them out, drill them out, and then we're gonna be able to actually get the brace up in there and fitted, and I will show you how it goes in there once I get these things out on both sides. So I'm gonna do that now. All right guys, once you have all of your stuff drilled out up top up here, you're good to go. You're ready to throw an install. So we're gonna take our brace right here. We'll set it in here just so you can see how it goes. This chassis has 34 hours on it, so not everything is straight like a brand new sled would be. These braces are made for a sled that's straight. So I'm gonna have to do some clamping when I do the top ones here. You'll see that later in the video. But the game plan here for how to throw these in is I like to do this first rivet first, and then I throw the skid bolt in the back here to hold everything up, to make sure it's in the correct location. That skid bolt should be able to push in and out without binding. So yeah, that's kind of the game plan. I'm gonna get that skid bolt set in there and then get the 3/16 rivet that goes down here. I'll set that in, get that one riveted in, and then that'll hold everything together where I can go one by one and do the rest of these 3/16 rivets down here. I leave this back one open because it's so close to this skid bolt that I don't want the head of the rivet to interfere with the bolt going flush. So I leave this one open. So that's the game plan. If you want more alignment to make sure everything's straight, you can throw in a rivet right here where I said don't. You can throw one in there. Either set it in there just to hold it all up, or make sure you drill it out when you go to throw your skid back in and everything like that. You can definitely use that hole to align it. That's why it's there to begin with, but I would not run with that one in. All right, let's go on. All right guys, you can see we went through, drilled out all the holes, and got all those 4 rivets in right there, and it lines up sweet. Moving on to the next step, something that you probably won't have to do, but maybe if your sled is as old as mine, is use a clamp and clamp everything together, because everything's so bent and jacked back here from 34 hours of riding that nothing's actually straight like a new sled. If you have a new sled, you shouldn't have to do this. But anyways, I got everything tight up here to be able to drill out the holes that go into the plate. Now, you would use the 1/4" rivets that come included with the kit to put up here, although mine are oversized already, just slightly different. They're to the Skidoo rivets. Something you're more than welcome to use are these 6.5 by 14.5 Skidoo rivets, part number 293150266. If you got 10 of those laying around, you can use 5 and 5. Personally, it's up to you and what you want to do. It doesn't make a difference. When I already put these braces in, I oversized them for these Skidoo ones. That's why I'm using them and not the included 1/4" ones. But yeah, so drilling these out right now, and then I'm gonna get the rivets thrown in, and then that's pretty much all there is to it. This brace will be back in, and then you'll be ready to throw the skid and everything back in, and it should be good. Okay, so we got all of the rivets up top in here now, and she looks minty. You can't even tell that that brace is on there. Besides these 4 rivets showing, it's gloss black, hides in really well. when you're looking at the sled from the side, you have no idea it's there. Looks good. So, super pumped on it. Definitely is going to make this a lot more rigid back here, and hopefully keep you on the track longer and not have to replace these as much, because these are not very fun. So yeah, there you go. You got her installed. Perfect. Alright guys, so what is this brace actually doing? Some of you may ask. Well, if you've ever owned one of these sleds and gotten more than 10 hours on it and you ride the sleds hard, you know that these things break. You can see right here, this one snapped. Junk. This happened at 9 hours, wrecking this thing. And if you continue to ride on this, your skid is going to rip out of the snowmobile and it's going to be a very bad day for you. That is why we developed the brace. It just works so much better, and it's going to keep the brace, or keep this bracket running a lot longer. Let me grab another brace and I'll show you how it goes in. So here's our brace, and this one's unpainted. It follows just the factory line right here. You can see how it goes in. This is obviously, this is a brand new hanger that's never been installed on the sled before, so it works really well. You can see that it fits perfectly. Fits in just like that. Then you drill out these holes down here, these 3 holes. The first hole and the last hole line up, as well as a skid bolt hole, obviously. And you drill out these first, you drill out the 3, and then you rivet in the first one. That gets it in there. And then you have to drill it on the top too. But it strengthens this entire piece right here. This is mild steel, powder coated, gloss black, rivets in. All the rivets are included. But it makes this entire piece rigid. One big chunk of metal versus having all these cutouts and this thin steel down here. You're doubling the thickness of it, and it's going to make it a lot stronger. Pair this with the running board braces, the whole back end is going to be a lot stronger, and you're going to get a lot more life out of the back end of your sled, because replacing this stuff back here sucks. Doing these hangers took me a whole day once when I had to do both sides because they both snapped on me. Doing this number, it's not fun. And for good practice, make sure you're always checking your skid bolts constantly. You should be checking those multiple times throughout the day. If you're racing, you should be checking those after every single heat race and then after your final when you do a big bolt check. That is just going to increase the longevity out of the back end. Like I said, most sleds I've seen are breaking these things between 9 and 11 hours on the back of the sled. So by adding these, you're going to extend your time. Is it going to eliminate it? We're racing snowcross. Nothing's going to eliminate anything, but it's all about extending the life of it. Serviceable items, trying to get as much time out of them as you possibly can. That's what this brace is going to do. So yeah, that's an overview of this brace. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. I know this isn't as great as a video compared to the other ones we did when we had Deegan doing all of our filming for us. We'll be back doing those, but I was just in the shop tonight trying to get these braces thrown on to go ride tomorrow, and figured I might as well do the video while I'm at it. So, thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, follow us on the socials, and hit us up if you got any questions. Peace out, guys.